Do you want to build your apps faster or perhaps get your next idea to market as soon as possible? Either way, I am Nureen from Space of Tech and I'm going to show you how to build your next app at 4x the speed. So today we are going to be making a to-do app. It's going to be end-to-end covering sign in, sign up and linking up to a database as well. So let's just get started. The tool we are using now is called Space Cloud. It's a backend as a service. You can create a free account right away. So I'll create a new project. I'll name it To-Do App. Leave the modules to the default and select MongoDB as my database. And that's it. There, our project has been created. Now to activate the sign in, sign up feature, I will enable the basic authentication and configure the database. So go to the rules section, add a collection called to-dos. This collection will hold the to-dos of our app. Put the connection string, which is localhost. What you see here is something we call the security rules. This helps limit or have some restriction on the operations allowed on the database. Let's just leave it to default and hit save. At this point, we have configured our backend. This doesn't mean that it's actually running. To do that, we need to download the space exec file, start our database and link them up. So let's do that now. So you can download the space exec file from right here. I already have it, so I'll just go ahead and copy the command. Since I already have my database running, I'm going to go ahead and paste the command. That's it. My backend is up and running. So now let's go to the fun part, and that is code. So as you can see here, I have a basic markup ready. It has a script which imports the space up library, which will talk to the space exec file. I have the sign in and sign up forms ready. Also, I have a UL to hold the to-dos. It looks something like this, which is pretty decent. So what is left in this is the JavaScript part. So let's go ahead and make the login, sign up and add to-do functions. So I'm going to start with the login function. Get the input values. Do the same for password. And use the db.signin function. And if res.status is equals to 200, so I'll throw in an alert for it. Also as a mandatory step, we have to set the API token. And on error, I'll throw in another alert. That's it. Now the sign up function is essentially very similar. So I'll just go ahead and copy paste it. Rename. Now the sign up method also takes in a role. I'll just put it to default. Change the alerts. And there we go. Now let's see what happens. Let me try creating an account. Sign up. It works. Now let's try signing in. It works. Try putting in an incorrect password. And perfect. So now let's go ahead with the to-do part. So first I'll create a helper function called print to-do. This will help me populate the to-do list. There we go. Now finally create the add to-do function. I'm going to use a function called db.insert, which will basically insert into the to-dos collection, having an attribute called to-do and a user ID. Now one thing I forgot in the previous section was that the login function also returns a unique ID for the user. So let me just take that. If the status is 200, then I'll add the to-do. And that's it. Now let's try it out. Login. Now let's try adding the to-do. Amazing. It works. But this is not yet complete. Let's see what happens if I refresh and try logging in again. As you can see, my to-dos are not yet populated. That is because we are not getting or fetching our to-dos whenever we log in. So let me quickly go ahead and add that part. So I'm going to use the db.get method. If the status code is 200, I'm just going to iterate over all the results and print the to-do. Now let's try it out. Log in again. And there we have our to-dos. So what we've done here is we've created a to-do app, linked it up to the database without having to write a single line of backend code. If you want us to cover another part or another problem you face, drop in a comment and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Don't forget to like, share, and please subscribe. Until we meet again, cheers.